Hi guys, how are you? My name is One Titanium. Welcome back to Real Macroeconomics and Investing. I want to do this video and I'm going to focus more on the charting aspect of it. Um, I think I'm going to show you how I took a trade, went against me, and how I managed it. And I think it's going to be important for everybody to understand what I do. Transparency to me is paramount. If everybody does not know what I'm going to do before I do it and how it works out and why I did it and so on, and you guys all get to see what I do, okay, then I'm not worth listening to. Okay. The problem is that all these, after the fact champions of trading and investing who tell you got to have mental game, and they show you their Ferraris and their yachts and their borrowed homes that they make videos in. Those guys are full of shit. Those guys never made anybody a dime. They only destroyed people's lives, finances, blew out accounts, and so on. So, again, for me, transparency is very important. So, if you guys really want to learn how to invest, how to trade, and if you don't want to do any of these things, you just want to understand how the real economy works in the real world, come down to patreon.com/real macro. Patreon.com/real macro. Come down and you guys will learn. Okay, it's $50 a month. All right, so let's get started with this video. And on Thursday, actually Thursday, Friday morning, I was down about $27,000, $30,000, so some massive amounts of money on a 100,000 account. Now, if you guys don't know, last year I quadrupled my account. It went from 100,000 to 460. I ended up taking out the $336,000. I was left with 100, um, and then I started again for this year. So my first big trade of the year, um, I'm down big, and everybody's basically telling me like, okay, why do you keep shorting? You're losing and losing, and it's like, no, wait. So during this whole ordeal of me losing money, and again, every trade I make, I post it live, and I tell my subscribers exactly what's going on at all time. Again, transparency is very important to me. So at some point, one of my subscribers is like, "Okay, why are you so bent on shorting this fucker? Like, give it up, right? You're losing money. It's not going the way you want to. Give it up." And my response to him was, time will tell. Okay. I like to short when no one is looking. When everybody's looking the other way, that's when I like to short because I have knowledge, I have evidence, right? And that's both from the fundamental side all the way to the charting side because I use the two to contrast. So I posted this chart and I said, look, this could be it. This was Christmas Eve at 1:34 in the morning, in the afternoon. And I said, look, guys, this could be it, right? And this was at 5,854 on the Nasdaq, which today, it's above 7,400, right? So I called the bottom there. So I'm just reminding this guy, I'm not doing this out of, just guessing. Nobody makes money guessing. That's number one. You got to get that out of your mind. You cannot make money guessing. You make money by knowledge, risk reward. So here we are, down 27,400. It was even worse than that. Looking horrible. Everything is going against me. And again, I am very firm in being my own analyst and knowing what I'm trading. Okay, so the account now is down to 6,000, 62,000. It's again, this is what I post on Messenger for everybody to see. Okay, and then I said, look, if there's going to be some kind of a bull move, if it's going to go higher and test the previous high, it has to correct first. It's not just going to take off. And, a lot of people doubted me, but let's see what happens. So this is just a more zoomed in view. Again, I post this on Messenger, and this is what I'm saying. If it does go higher, it's going to come back down and then go back higher. All right, so here we are. This is another one. We'll just talk about it real quick. Remember how the 10-year crossed the line and everybody thought interest rates are going to go to the moon, and I said no, it's going to come down. Well, interest rates now at 2.54. They went even lower. So here we are. Woke up in the morning Friday, got my coffee, sat down, first post. Okay, here we are, down 26,800. This is a 1 minute chart. Okay, and I'm going to go down to a 5 second chart. Okay, you show me who can trade on a 5 second. Okay, you show me that person. So, yep. So this is where we are. All right, so my next post is I highlight how it broke the top, it's going to break the bottom, and what you're ultimately going to see is that price action is going to end up down here somewhere. Okay, now I'm only down 20,000, so I'm very highly over leveraged on this trade. So the next one, the next chart I posted was you got the thrust up, you got a 1, 2, 3. Now it's building this uh, bearish flag, and the next move is going to be down. That's essentially what I'm telling them, and I'm writing this in chat. So then I draw it out and I post it in chat as well that the next move will be down. I once again repost my account at $68,000. Now I've reduced down to a 1 minute chart. Right there you can see it, okay? And what you saw was that you got that consolidation came up and then boom, started to head south. Now I'm down $12,870. The next post is a 1 hour chart and I'm showing that it started to break down. Things are moving the way I want to. Now I'm down $7,900, and that once it gets down here, okay, that we're going to look for a bigger decline in the markets. Next chart I post, 1 minute chart. Guess what? Boom, straight down. Now I'm only down $2,280. Looks like a miracle at this point, right? Yeah. I once again post the account value, which is all the way up to $84,000. Next chart I'm posting is to explain what each wave, what each component is, and how it works, and that's part of instructing. Next chart I post now it's a 5 second chart. You show me somebody that can trade a 5 second. All right, you show them to me, real time now. Okay. So what I'm basically saying in chat is, look, this broke right up top here. The next move is going to be down. Next chart I post, I said, okay, it's going to go down to this point here. And let's see what happens. Sure enough, price action went to the bottom here. Okay. Again, this is all done in real time on a 5 second chart. Gotta understand that if you don't know what you're doing and you are telling a whole bunch of people that, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going on in real time, and you think that guy is a scam artist, it's kind of hard to prove or for anybody to believe that. And the day has just begun. Next chart I post, I said, okay, here's what's going to happen next. We're going to come all the way to the bottom and we're going to test this area. Okay, let's see how that worked out. Next chart I post, I'm showing that there's consolidation. You have the thrust down, you have the consolidation. Next move is coming down, and it's starting to break. Guess what? It broke. So now we're down 7,420. It's all the way testing now the previous low. Exactly what I said would happen. Now, what I'm also saying in chat is that you're going to see a bounce because it's testing the previous low. You're going to see a bounce now. So let's see how that worked out. All right, we got the bounce. Here it is coming back up. And I drawn this line in here, and I'm saying, look, this is going to be the resistance right in here. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. At this point, I found it appropriate to repost what one of my subscribers said, and he said, why are you so bent on shorting this fucker? Well, I'm showing him why I'm so bent on, you know, show time will tell, right? Why I'm shorting this. My account value now is up to 89,000. The next post that I put up, I said, look, see how he broke this area? The next move is going to be down. Okay, but I'm saying this, I'm typing this. Okay, um, so the next move is going to be down. Let's see how that worked out. Sure enough, price started to fall back down again. Voila. So then I post this video on the chat, and it's it's the song "We've Only Just Begun" playing. I don't think you can hear it. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. So now I come down to the break-even point, and I reduce my exposure by 100. Okay, and you can see it again. Everything I do, transparency paramount. Right here's the where I close my position. Okay, And just to kind of go back to recap at this point, so we had the 1, 2, 3, okay, and now we're getting the 1, 2, 3 down. That's what's going on. And remember that the lines didn't look this way before. Okay, the lines looked like this, and then there was an expansion of the structure, and then I said this is going to come down, and then ultimately it did come down. We had the consolidation in here that started to fall apart. Okay, this is vastly different than what you are taught in books and subscription services and social media and TV and all this other crap, right? Books. This nobody teaches you this stuff. This is real charting, okay? And it's all done in real time, so everybody can see what I'm doing. Now my account value is up to 92,000. And just as a note, this was below 60,000. It was 57 something at some point. The worst point, it was really bad. So then one of my subscribers says, "Well, how long are you expecting this to go?" And then my answer is as low as it goes. And why is that? Because I don't know. See, this is the hardest thing for people to understand. I don't know what's going to happen. I know I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I know what the risk rewards are and what's likely to happen. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm wrong. I stop out. But there's got to be a good reason for me to stop out. Okay? I don't just react to whatever the news is. I don't trade news. I let the data tell me what is going on. That's the difference. That I pay attention to the math, facts, and data. So the next chart I post is all the way down here. Okay, we had the 1, 2, 3. Now it's coming all the way down. Um, Doing good. So in this video, I mean in this post, sometimes the king has to remind fools why he's king. Right? People are not subscribing to me because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Despite all this wonderful things, guess what? One of my subscribers left. And you know why? Because he got pissed off because he says, "Well, I'm going to start buying. I'm going to do this because of the VIX." Something I don't know what the hell he was talking about or why he was doing it. Something just out of the blue. Uh, and despite showing people how things are done and why they're done and everything, it doesn't matter. They won't listen to math, facts, and data. They don't. Don't ask me why. It's just the way they are. And that's why not everybody is meant to be a trader investor. I quadrupled my account. I'm showing him on a 5 second chart that this is the way shit works. I am showing him that, hey, I'm down, 40% on my account and I'm still holding short. Watch how this is going to turn around. And still he leaves, right? Guy's got to be retarded or something. I don't understand it. It's crazy. By the way, it wasn't Maurice that left. It was another person. So then at this point, he's like, "Look, I'm genuinely dying to know such perseverance on your part." This was something that he posted when I was losing money. Okay. And I just kind of reposted back there and say, "Hey, remember this? Right? Remember this? Gotta remember what you're saying." And it's not a dig on him, right? Any human being that doesn't see what I see would say something like that, right? So he's caring about me and he's trying to figure out and learn, which is great. So don't think I'm bashing him. I'm not at all. But I am reminding him that, hey, remember when you were saying, why are you shorting, why are you so hell bent? Even though I explained it, it's time for you to remember. This is why I trust the math, facts, and data. At this point, my account grew to 94,695. So at this point, I'm starting to show that, hey, there's a nice long channel here that's coming all the way down. This is going to start to break out. So look for the breakout now. Sure enough, it broke out. And then I said, look, this is going to be the target right up here. Now price started to fall back, and I'm starting to show, hey, look, there's a structure below, above a structure. This is still the target up here. Okay, it's going to go up there. And I show once again that, okay, it's going to consolidate, and then ultimately this is going to break out, and it's going to hit this area. Next post I have is I'm showing that, hey, look, it's testing the previous low. We have the consolidation structure above the structure. Next one is going higher. Position closed out. So I closed my position right in here. So I took all the contracts off at this point. Now my account value is $97,000. So here I show the contrast between where I started that morning, okay, and again overnight it was even worse, and where I ended up, okay. So the next point I showed was, hey, this is starting to go now. We had a consolidation coming down. The arrow remained there, okay. This circle remained there, and now we're starting to break out right here. So I said the next move is going to be higher. So let's see what happens. Starting to incrementally move higher. Posted this chart, and I posted this chart. Now, just want to take a moment again. I want to emphasize this is a 5-second chart. 5-second chart. Okay, continues to move up, and now it continues to go up. And I said, okay, now it's starting to weaken here. Now at this point, I started saying, look, this is healthy. This is normal. This is a wave two. So what ends up happening is you get the thrust up move one, then you get into that consolidation two, and then you're looking for that next move higher. So price action started to fall down below this pause, but it's still a two. Okay, um, it goes into a deeper pullback. Next post, guess what? Came right back up, and I'm showing. Look, it's still a two. This is a 1, 2, 3 up, and sure enough, started to come up. But now we have a nice trend line that we can trade against. Breaks out after this fuckery move. My account value is same, 96,781. Starting to test the previous high that we had here. Okay. And sure enough, look where price went. Starting to form this pause right in here. Okay. This is a pause. This was the previous area we had a target for. Now it finally did make that target on this time around. And here I'm being a little bit cocky and I'm saying, look, I'm like a surgeon. Okay, so now at this point, once we finally did test that area that I was looking for, again, always 5-second chart, I'm starting to say, look, now we have a new structure that has developed, and now we're going to look for the downside. Okay, price action comes down, tests the previous support area, bounces, still waiting for this to start falling apart. The next post I make is here, showing how there's consolidation at the bottom of the structure, starting to break down, and we're going to get this move down soon. Well, started to fall apart, and a lot of people say, "Well, you're just lucky. Well, you're just lucky." How the fuck can you be lucky, right? So I said, okay, you see this arrow was just accidental and just luck that price happened to go that way. Just being a little bit cocky. So now we got a 1, 2, 3 down move. Broke the structure finally as expected. Everything is going the same direction, and always this is a 5-second chart. Now my account value is up to $98,000. Here at this point, I'm starting to show, hey, look, there's going to be a breakout here. Look for this move down to correct. Breaks out, collapses immediately, right? So now we have this support area that has to support, and that's what I'm showing here. That hey, we're near a support area. It's got to hold. If not, we're gonna go lower. And I said, well, so now I said, okay, this is not gonna hold. It does this. This is starting to break down here. So this is not gonna hold. So now the next target area is down here. That's what I'm saying in this post. Sure enough, starts to fall back, starts to collapse, comes down. This is a possible area of support, okay? But still, the target wave C, wave 3, is going to be all the way down here. And sure enough, boom, here it comes. Bounces, and then I'm showing the whole big structure now where we started, which was all the way back here. Okay, that morning we started here. Then we got the correction, consolidation, the drop. Now we're getting this big consolidation here with the next move uh, looking for lower. So ultimately, we had a couple trades in there. It didn't go the way I wanted them. Um, this is what ended up looking, the chart looking like. Okay. Again, this is a 5-second chart. Um, this was the area was the next target. Remember, came, dropped, came back up, ended the day right in here. So that was Friday, and that's about it. This is the video. Um, I hope you guys got an idea of what we do here. I don't trade 5-second charts every day, just so you know. So if you come in here thinking that this is what I'm going to be doing, I don't spend my life in front of a computer all day long trading. I use this as a tool to teach people how structure waves work, how bare knuckle charting works. Um, this is not what I do. In fact, I don't like doing it. And the reason I don't like doing it, besides the fact that it just sucks the life out of me by sitting in front of a computer all day, my interest is in long-term investing. Okay, not short-term, 5 second, 1 minute, 15 minutes, and so on. That's where my interest lies. Set it and forget it. Let it go. Now, this is only just one small little aspect of what we do. This is the charting part. There's also the macro stuff, right? So again, if you're interested, come down to Rio Macro, um, patreon.com/Rio Macro, and please, you know, don't be cunty, huh? We're looking for cool dudes, not guys that are, or gals that are gonna come in there and start getting all crazy. Um, that's not. We have a great group of people, and we're doing some really good work. So again, if you like transparency, if you really want to learn, come down to patreon.com/Real Macro, and I'll be more than happy to teach it to you. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.